Hey there, and welcome to another trip report. I'm on my way to Honolulu's Daniel K. Inouye International Airport on the Hawaiian island of Oahu to catch a Southwest Airlines inter-island flight to Kona. Southwest entered the Hawaii market back in 2019, putting them in direct competition with Hawaiian Airlines on inter-island routes. This competition also means competitive fares, with my flight to Kona today costing only $39 all in. Southwest uses Terminal 2 at Honolulu Airport with check-in for their inter-island flights located at Lobby 6, and check-in for their mainland US flights at Lobby 7. Heading into Lobby 6, Southwest has helpful signage throughout the check-in area to guide passengers. Proceeding first to the self-serve check-in kiosks, there was no line here, so I was able to walk right up. After inputting my booking code, I printed off my boarding pass and baggage tag with no issue, and secured it onto my checked luggage. One of the perks of flying Southwest is that every passenger receives 2 complimentary checked bags, each weighing up to 50 pounds, regardless of the fare you purchase. With Hawaiian Airlines, on the other hand, the cost of one checked bag is almost as much as the price I paid for my whole Southwest ticket. The check-in kiosk also let me know that my flight is delayed, but didn't mention what time it's delayed to, and only tells me to check the monitors. Proceeding next to the baggage drop-off, there was a 5-minute wait here to see an agent, who checked my ID and weighed my baggage. After dropping my bag, next stop is security screening, with security checkpoint number 3 conveniently located right next to the Southwest counters. Checking the flight information board, my flight, Southwest 1204 to Kona, is showing as on time, so still not sure if we're actually delayed or not. Either way, scheduled departure time is 6:15 p.m. from gate E9. Security took about 10 minutes, including time spent waiting in line, and it's now 4:20 p.m. with boarding for my flight set to begin at 5:45 p.m., 30 minutes before departure. This gives us a bit of time to explore the terminal before heading to the gate. Terminal 2 is split into 3 concourses, with Southwest using the E-gates that are located on the central concourse. This concourse starts at the exit of security checkpoint 3, so I'm only a few minutes walk from my gate. Heading down towards my gate, this terminal is a mix of indoor and outdoor areas, with a huge outdoor garden and koi pond located at the base of the central concourse. There are also lots of opportunities to see airplanes up close. The central concourse is home to 10 gates and is used by airlines like Southwest, Alaska, and Delta. There are restaurants and shops located along here, as well as an information counter, restrooms, and water fountains and bottle filling stations. Gates E8, E9, and E10 are located at the head of the concourse, a huge area with ample seating and power outlets for charging your devices. My flight is the next flight to depart from this area in an hour and a half, so it's very quiet right now. Taking a look at the aircraft taking me to Kona today, I'll be on board this 2-month-old Boeing 737-8 MAX that was delivered brand new to Southwest Airlines in September 2022. This plane just arrived from Lihue on the island of Kauai, marking its 6th inter-island hop today alone after bouncing between Oahu, Maui, and Kauai. As we near boarding time, another interesting note about flying Southwest is that there is no assigned seating on board, with seat selection working on a first-come, first-served basis. When you board the plane, you can pick any open seat you want, meaning that how early you board the aircraft can be a big factor in deciding where you sit. Southwest boards their aircraft by assigned boarding position, with each passenger receiving a boarding group letter, either A, B, or C, and position number from 1 to 60. Group A is boarded first, starting with position 1 and working up to position 60, followed by Group B and then Group C. The boarding group and position that you're assigned is based on a couple different factors. Travelers who purchase a Business Select fare or upgrade to Business Select are assigned positions A1 through A15, which are the first positions to board, and following that, positions are assigned based on how early you check in before the flight. Traditional online check-in opens 24 hours before the flight, but travelers also have the option of purchasing Early Bird Check-in, which automatically checks you in 36 hours before the flight departure time, 12 hours ahead of everyone else. For this flight, I didn't purchase any early check-in add-ons, but instead set an alarm to check in online as soon as check-in opened, 24 hours before my flight. When I checked in, I was assigned position A45, which is pretty good and means I should have no trouble getting a window seat. The boarding process got underway at 6 p.m., about 15 minutes behind schedule, starting with the gate agents calling all passengers in Group A to line up based on their boarding position, using the markers in the gate area. Boarding the aircraft, we were greeted by an elf on the shelf, with the cabin crew decked out in very festive attire as well. Stepping into the neon blue mood lighting of the cabin, Southwest 737 MAXs are in an all-economy configuration, with 175 standard seats in a 3-3 layout. At the time I boarded, the first available window seat closest to the front of the aircraft was seat 9A, in row 9 on the left side of the aircraft, so that's where I decided to sit. These seats have a very thin, slimline design with the blue leather surface sticking to the Southwest theme color. There's about 32 inches of pitch at each seat, which is fairly standard and is plenty for me at a height of 5'10". There's space under the seat for storing baggage, with my large backpack fitting there easily, and there's also space in the overhead bins as well. Included on each Southwest ticket, passengers can bring one standard-sized carry-on bag and one personal item such as a purse or laptop bag. Each seat is equipped with an adjustable headrest that slides up and down and has folding sides to provide extra support. The seats are quite narrow at 17.8 inches wide, with a thin armrest on either side. My right armrest is movable and also houses the recline button for my seat. Yes, these seats do recline. Taking a look at the seat back in front of me, at the top we have a pocket for storing the provided reading materials. Below that we have a tray table that folds out from the seat back and is mounted on rails such that it can slide outwards towards you. And below the tray table we have another small pocket for storing something. Taking a look at the provided reading materials, we have the safety information card for the Boeing 737-8 MAX, an air sickness bag, and a menu for the in-flight service. On the menu card are all the drinks offered free of charge, which include water, juice, soft drinks, and tea and coffee. Since our short flight today is only 167 miles, only water will be offered. Beer, wine, and spirits are also available for purchase on longer flights. On the back of the menu card are details about the onboard Wi-Fi. Since there are no seatback entertainment screens on board, Southwest offers complimentary Wi-Fi access to view on-demand movies and TV shows and stream music through iHeartRadio, all from your personal device. You can also access messaging services like iMessage and WhatsApp. If you wish to browse further and access other web services, all-day Wi-Fi access can be purchased for $8 per device. Taking a look at the overhead panel above my seat, we have a personal reading light for each seat, personal adjustable air vents, and an attendant call button for the row. With boarding almost complete, it's a very full flight. Our mystery delay was finally confirmed with a revised departure time of 6:37 p.m., 22 minutes behind schedule, as we wait for a few delayed connecting passengers.
Remove your face mask and stop screaming. To activate the flow of alcohol, pull down on the mask until the plastic tubing is fully extended.
In usual Southwest fashion, the cabin crew provided some comedic relief through their safety demonstration and announcements. We're headed to runway 8 right for takeoff tonight, a departure that'll provide us with some great views of Waikiki and downtown Honolulu.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've been cleared for departure. Please go to sleep.
Climbing away from Honolulu and heading southeast towards Kona and the island of Hawaii, the intense blue mood lighting has finally calmed down and the cabin lights are dimmed as the crew are beginning the in-flight service, just 5 minutes after we left the runway. The service offering on this flight is a complimentary cup of water with ice. Our flight plan today is taking us up to 21,000 feet after 10 minutes of climbing, where we'll stay for about 2 minutes before beginning our descent into Kona. Total airtime, 29 minutes runway to runway, with 47 minutes gate to gate. On the whole, I've been really impressed with this whole experience so far. Southwest prides itself in providing good service and hospitality at low-cost airline ticket prices. They're also known for their flexible change policies with no change fees on any ticket, and of course, 2 free checked bags for every passenger. To top it off, this aircraft was brand new and incredibly clean, which made the whole trip that much more comfortable. As we began our descent towards Kona, the cabin crew let us know that we might catch a glimpse of the newly erupting Mauna Loa volcano, which began erupting on November 27, 2022, just 7 days prior to this flight.
The aircraft, you might, in a couple minutes, get a view of the volcano. Those of you on the right-hand side of the aircraft, if you look to the left, you'll see everybody's back of their head.
Yeah, not really seeing it.
No. You guys gonna go see it?
Not sure I decided.
On behalf of this flight crew and the Las Vegas Work Release Program, I'd like to welcome you to Kona.
Unfortunately, no lava flow views for us tonight. We pulled into gate number 4 on the airport's Terminal 1 at 7:24 p.m., 19 minutes behind schedule. Kona Airport is split into 3 terminals, with Terminal 1 housing gates 1 through 5, Terminal 2 housing gates 6 through 10, and Terminal 3 used by smaller general aviation aircraft. The airport is mostly open air, which will make for some great up-close airplane views as we disembark via stairs. As we exited, the crew offered snacks to every passenger at the door, since they didn't have time to serve them in flight. A nice gesture, and one way to reduce cleanup efforts needed on board after the flight. Next stop for me is baggage claim, which is a short walk from exiting the aircraft. Bags from my flight are due on carousel A2, and while I waited, I had my packet of Southwest snack mix to munch on. Bags started flowing about 7 minutes after I arrived in the baggage claim area, and it wasn't long before all had been delivered, and I realized that mine wasn't there. After speaking with the one Southwest agent standing in the baggage area, she confirmed that my bag was not loaded onto the flight and was still in Honolulu. Given that this was the last Southwest flight of the night into Kona, the earliest my bag would arrive was tomorrow morning. Fast forward, my bag did arrive at 7:30 a.m. the next morning, and I ended up collecting it from the airport myself, with a Southwest Love voucher in my pocket for the trouble. So all in all, I'd call that a happy ending. Thanks for joining me for this trip, and I hope you enjoyed it. On the whole, I found Southwest to be a great alternative for Hawaiian inter-island travel, offering cheap tickets that are flexible and include 2 checked bags, but as we've seen, there's no guarantee that those bags will fly with you. Jokes aside, the Southwest staff in Kona did a great job of updating me on the progress of my bag and reuniting me with it as quickly as possible.